Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. I am coming to you from the kitchen. Uh, I did, I've been listening to some of my old videos because, as you probably noticed, I've been redoing my thumbnails and stuff. And I went ahead and pinned, pinned one of them today that I hadn't seen in a while about Jeremiah Kamara. And the video I watched about him when he was talking about how people don't really believe in God, right? And I'm talking about belief again because belief is very subtle. It's very ubiquitous, but it's it's subtle. It's like it's like the blank canvas, right? It's there in the background, but you're not looking at that. You're looking at what's on it, okay? And that's what you're valuing. That's what you're liking or not liking, and not even considering the background and what it has to do with what's actually on the canvas. You understand? So I'm bringing attention, okay? Because you overlook it. We overlook it as something that's just natural, okay? That's just the way it is, when it isn't. I believe it's totally manufactured, okay? Not only is it manufactured, we work every day. We work to keep it together, okay? Because they're not Velcro. You don't just Velcro them to get together. No, we have to hold it together, okay? Which is all the things we do every day to validate the belief, okay? So I have a chapter in Firing God called Making What's Missing. Now, I wrote that title and I was like, what the hell does that mean? Making what's missing. Yo, my writing, the way I write is very strange and mysterious. Okay. But what I was saying was before I can lack anything, okay, I gotta make it first. I gotta make it first. And with this talk about belief and making things, I'm talking about every just everywhere where you have language, okay? Everywhere where you have some form of communication that is encoding something. It's taking from the whole and encoding a little bit and putting it out. Okay, that's language. That's words. That's what words do. Words do the same thing that bits do. Okay, in a computer. Okay, a bit ain't nothing but a pulse of electricity. Okay, that is encoding information. Words do the same thing. So I don't care what you're talking about, whether you're talking about Christianity, you're talking about non-duality, you're talking about Buddhism, you're talking about whatever you're talking about, belief is right behind it. Okay? It's right behind it. Now, when you stop talking, okay, that's a different thing. But as long as you're running your mouth, as long as I'm running my mouth, okay, there is belief behind it. Even if I come out my face and say I don't believe in anything, okay, What's the belief behind that statement? Because it's there. It's there. Trust is there. So what I want to talk about, though, is how do we even form these things? Now, I know I've talked about this somewhere before, but what I want to get to is because I'm going to talk about this on my learning channel too, because it's very, very relevant when it comes to learning. Okay. Hold on, y'all. All right. Okay. So two things. I didn't push that. So yesterday I had my sister over here, and I was asking for her advice on staging. I have this space where we're doing training, and I want to stage it. You know, the same way homes are staged when people walk in to look at them. You know, because the real estate agent isn't going to sell the house. I don't care how much they know about homes, whatever. What's going to sell the house is how that person feels in that space. Okay, that is the one thing that is largely going to help them decide, yes, this is where I want to be. So I wanted to stage the classroom, you know, to give the learners that kind of feeling, you know, about this you know, this is a space where I can, where I'm capable. Okay. So we were talking about that. So and I was asking questions, not directly related to learning necessarily. So she taught my boys how to swim. Okay, my two boys, she taught them how to swim because I don't know how to swim. I can't swim. I'm not interested in learning. But anyway, so I asked her was like, how did you do that? Like, what would you say the process was? And she said, you know, communication. She said they had to trust me, and you know, they had to do it themselves. They were in the water, you know. And I asked somebody else who actually is a trainer, and the answer was different. Okay, I mean, it was different because you know they already have in their minds what things are, whatever. Anyway, so what I came to, what I concluded, you know, from the conversation with my sister, who is not, you know, she's not into professional training. She's not, which is why I wanted to talk to her. Okay, because she didn't have any preconceived notions about what it is, what it should be. Okay, so it's two things really that a child or an adult, okay, requires to believe something. Two primary things. Another person, or an opposite thing, like another entity, okay, and benevolence. Okay, the feeling that this other entity is trustworthy, or that they are benevolent toward me. You know, they can be trusted. You know, that kind of thing. So let me give you a progression. Okay. And then I'm gonna compare it to what I say happened in Firing God when those you know beliefs were gone. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get this. I don't put this thing in the oven with that stuff on it. It's gonna burn. Okay. Um. So number one, But let me just use me, for instance, just growing up and hearing about how bad I was, inherently bad, just being born, inherently bad because of what somebody else did, namely Adam, okay, for disobeying God. So I'm hearing that, okay? I'm hearing it, I'm hearing it, I'm hearing it. I'm not, in the beginning, you don't realize, like, whatever, okay, just it's whatever. The same way it is with everything. The only thing I'm really paying attention to, like, I'm hearing those things, but I'm not paying attention. But the things I'm paying attention to at that time when I'm little are have to do with, eating and, making sure I don't get hurt, burned or so, like really, physical type things, to make sure that I'm safe. If you think of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? I'm not paying attention to a whole lot, other than me not being hungry and, and able to be safe in whatever space that I'm in. Okay. That's where most of my attention is going when I'm younger, how kids are. And then, as I got older, it goes beyond that. Now I'm paying attention to other people and what they think, and how they judge me, like what they call me, because now I'm starting to form my own identity, which is largely based on how others see me. Okay. And we talked about that before. Now here in this space right here, this is where the beliefs start to take root. Okay. But the first thing that has to happen, right, is to really get in there that I am. Okay, like I am, stop, like period. I am. All right. So we got that. Okay. Now the next one is that whoever it is that's talking to me or that I'm listening to, or that is, whatever entity is influencing, the other one is that, well, they are, or it is, or he is, she is, say it's my, my minister or something. Okay. She is, or he is. So you got I am, he is. So before anything having to do with, with the story, these fundamental backgrounds, okay, have to be there. The belief is layered. Okay. You're not just getting, it's a whole layer. It's like them really delicious layered biscuits. Okay. Okay. You put them in the oven and you just peel off the layer, right? Take a biscuit out and look at all them layers, or get an onion out or something, right? That's belief. It's layered. Okay. Now the next layer, this is where we get to the benevolence and the trust. Okay. Because just because somebody is talking, that doesn't mean I'm paying attention to them or that I even care what they're saying. Okay. I care about the people who are talking that are, like I mentioned earlier, benevolent towards me, and they have some authority. All right. So here we go with the groups. All right. If I'm in a family, right? Those people. If I am, and my family, they have a favorite football team, or my family is Republican. Okay. These people are benevolent toward me. They love me. Okay. They're not all these things they're saying. That stuff is true. It's right. I just saw a video today about this lady in some county in Virginia, Page County, I think it was, stood up in front in the school board and said, "Ooh, I just made a mess." And said, she said, "My kids are not coming to school on Monday with a mask." Okay, and how did she say that? And if they have to, or if you try to make them wear a mask, I'm coming here with a gun. She's like, all the guns. Okay, this woman is clearly in some kind of group. Clearly, okay, that believes a certain way. And people who do not believe that way, are not benevolent toward her. So she's not listening. She don't care. Okay. The people who are benevolent toward her, who she does trust, they have the same sentiment. Okay. The same sentiment. Really, no matter what it is. All right. No matter what it is, the same sentiment. And if she's in the group, that's it. If you're in the group, that's what the group says. Because if you say anything else or you do anything in contravention to what we're saying, then you're not like you're not one of us. Okay. And maybe we should not be benevolent towards you. You know what I mean? It's a whole safety issue. Here we go. Back to Maslow. All right. So he or she knows, and I do not know. At the same time, I believe that this person, what they are saying is true and that they're benevolent towards me. What they're saying is, and what they believe, what they're communicating, they are right. What they're saying is true. But at the same time, it's something that I'm not aware of. I don't know this thing. Okay. So they know and I don't. All right. So now they're informing me so that I can know and be more right. Do you see? It's like a snowball. Okay. And then if they are right, okay, then me either not knowing what they know or knowing something different makes me not right. Okay. So now here we go. I want to be right. So now here's another layer. Okay. Now let me give you an example of this. Okay. Of all these things working together, I am, he or she is, he, she knows, I don't know all that. Let's say you live in Florida. You live in Florida. Let's just say that. Okay. You're born in Florida. But when you're born, you don't know that. you, don't, you don't know nothing about no damn Florida. You don't know anything. You don't know that. How do you know? How do you know where you were born? Like right now, like right in this second now, how do you know where you were born? You're gonna have to go back to you're gonna have to go to your memory and see how you know where you were born. Barring all the beliefs that even go into that statement, okay, forget, let's put that on the side, okay, barring all the many beliefs that go into me even asking that question, okay, how do you know where you were born? Testimony. When we get up in front of in church, when we get up and we give testimony, that's how you know you were born. Testimony isn't just people, praising the Lord and all that. No, testimony is evidence that you were born in Florida, and that includes what your parent or whomever told you. That includes what your birth certificate says, right? How your social security number is set up, because that's based on the states. You know what I mean? It's testimony. You don't know that. You don't know that for sure. I mean, you know what I mean? You don't. You have no, I don't, I cannot say, okay, where I was born because I don't know. I don't know. Okay, all I know is what was given to me, what a benevolent authority figure told me and showed me. Okay. Now, given that in reality, like let's tell the whole truth here. You don't know where you were born. You don't know. So now somebody is telling you, in order for you to live a good life, okay, again, barring all the beliefs that go into that statement, in order for you to live a good life, you have to make your way to New York City. Okay. You gotta make your way there. You're so you have to believe, okay, I'm not there right now. Because if you have to make your way to New York, along with that has to be the idea or the fact that you're not there now. Okay. If I got to make it to heaven, that means where I am now is not that. Okay. It's not that. All right. So now New York is a goal, or heaven is a goal. And what do you, anytime a goal pops up, and I don't care if the goal is to make it from your front door to your back door, whatever the goal is, anytime a goal pops up, you get two things with that. Y'all remember? You get two things with that. You have, where did I put that? So the two things that come up with every goal are trust. Talked about that, like benevolence, trust, and what's the other one? I want to say cooperation, not collaboration. Trust and collaboration. Okay. Trust and collaboration, because for you to move at all, you need help. You need collaborators, okay, for you to move, right? You know, whether the collaborator is from getting to the front door to the back door is your floor, okay, or the gravity, or you need collaborators, okay, and you need trust to invest in those collaborators, that they will in fact help you get from here to there. Okay. I need trust and collaborators to get from Florida to New York. I need trust and collaborators to get from earth to heaven. I need trust and collaborators to get from earth to hell. Okay, that doesn't change with the destination. Okay, trust and collaborators is what I need. Okay, we can't do it by ourselves. All right, that's the story. That's the story. But the story begins in the beginning. It begins in the beginning with the belief. Okay, it begins in the beginning with the belief. So, and then if you want to, so let me compare that to what happened when I said, there was nothing to go when I there was nothing to go back to as far as Christianity for me, right? So and I wondered for a while, y'all know, I said I wondered for a very long time, like what was that empty space? Like what was that was left? After I finally told the truth. Why was there a hole there? Like it just felt like something was there and then just wasn't there anymore. Okay. The trust and the collaborators were gone, along with so it's like this, right? I'm walking from my front door to my back door, and let's just say it's one long hallway. Okay, let's just say it's like that. So, and I need help. I can't get from my front door to my back door by myself. Okay, I need to trust other things. I need to trust my family. I got to trust my group. I got to trust my minister. I have to trust the book that I'm reading. I have to trust all these things to help me get from A to B. All right. And I'm collecting so in relationship to all these things, that I'm collaborating with, I'm now forming a connection. Okay. in relationship to this thing. I've now formed a connection to it. Okay. So everything that I'm using to help to collaborate with me to reach my goal is now connected to me in that way, because now in relationship to my pastor, I'm a, I don't know, what do you call people in a church? I don't know, parishioner, a parishioner. Okay. Who else is helping me get to my back door? In relationship to my, I don't know, my floor, I'm a homeowner or a renter or a resident or something. So I'm forming a connection everywhere. I'm not only are they helping me to get from where I am now to where I eventually want to be, these collaborators are all defining who I am as I'm walking down the hall. Okay. They're all defining, whether it's a person or not, it's defining who I am. So when I told the truth that day, you know, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done trying to get to New York City. Okay. And furthermore, I don't even believe that I'm not in New York City. I don't know where I am. Okay. I don't know. But what I do, and all of these collaborators that were helping me to get there, I'm like, I don't trust y'all. I don't trust you anymore. Okay. I don't need you anymore. Okay. Now, when that happened, can you imagine all the connections just, disconnecting? Now the floor is gone. Okay. The whole floor between me and the back is gone. All right. That was the hole that was left, I physically felt like something had just come off of Cheryl, you know, so that's what I'm talking about. So when you form, and I said before, belief it has substance, something's there, but not really. Okay. Because, and again, like I said earlier, you have to hold it together. They're not self-adhesive. There are no, it's not like sticky tack and you have to do the work to hold it together. In the beginning was the work. Okay. Not the word. In the beginning was the work. And what is the work? What did I call a collection of beliefs? God. When I fire God, okay, I fire the work that I'm doing to keep this belief together. Okay. Whether it's a religious belief or not, it doesn't matter. In the beginning was the work. Okay. And the work was with God, and the work was God. All right. You a whole laborer out here. Okay. All of us. Just slaves to belief. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that or right with it. But isn't it nice to know what you're doing, at least? To know what I'm doing. Okay. To know what I'm doing, and that I don't have to do it. That I can change my mind about it. Okay. If I want to. Because it's not really getting me anywhere. Belief is not getting me from Florida to New York, or from earth to heaven, or from earth to hell. Belief is not getting me that. All right. What it's giving me is a story to tell about it, which is fun and exciting. Okay. It's definitely doing that. It's definitely doing that. And the reason why I say belief is not necessary, belief is not necessary. Because where are you going? There's nowhere to go. Belief for what? What do you need a collaborator for? you know? Trust for what? When there's no goal. For what? I love this rotisserie chicken, y'all. It's so good. All right, let me stop talking. I gotta get this thing done today, and I'm gonna get it done. So we're having BLTs, and I love BLTs. All right, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Okay, I'll see y'all back here. Bye.